And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. This is his first free throw of the game. The Raptors making a switch here. And Williams drops them both.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
Here is Harden. 18 points for him. And it's Ariza in the corner. He got it up. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And we finished one half of basketball. Rockets lead by 9. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
Harden doing it all. 18 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
Well, it's no secret. I mean, the more points he can come up with from out there, the better off they'll be offensively with their spacing.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Houston. Beverly and Harden man the back. Ariza the 3 and Jones the 4. And it's Smith in at the 5. The Raptors have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. And both free throws good for Ross.
Well, there were a lot of amazing performances last season, but one that I didn't see coming was Terrence Ross notching 51 points early in 2014. That was just out of the blue.
And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2. And with Ross in his big point explosion, Clark, the opportunity was there for him. It was after the Rudy Gay trade, and DeRozan was out at the time.
Yeah, and it showed just why Toronto is so high on Terrence Ross. I mean, he still needs to grow a bit as a player, but anytime you can score 50 or more in an NBA game, you know you've got game.
No good from Valanciunas.
This is why you need size inside, the ability to contest shots and force misses.
Steve, that's exactly right. Even when you get in close, it's still a tough shot.
Lowry passes to DeRozan. The baseline J. Misses off the right iron.
I'd love to see them impose their will a little bit more on the backboard. Usually that's a great way to take control of a game.
Well, they haven't been able to do that yet, but it's something they're certainly capable of.
It's Harden with the drive. And Valanciunas with the block. Here's Ross. No good. And Houston the other way now. At one point, they led by 16. That's good. The Houston lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from DeRozan. DeRozan's got 8 points.
Maybe with that, the lid on this basket will be lifted for him. Toronto, Canada, the home for the NBA All-Star Game next season. We know how global the NBA is. A lot of excitement and anticipation here in T-Dot for a celebration of basketball.
Put your hands together for your dance pack.
2 minutes into the second half of play now.
Give your dance pack some love, fans. Come on, give it up.
Lowry drives in. It's stolen by Smith. One-on-one here. And it's Toronto with the rebound. DeRozan's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
Lowry kicks to Johnson. Howard down after the assist, let him into the lane. They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
And Jones pulls it down.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Ariza no luck. Raptors trailed by 10. Here's Ross. And the lead is down inside single digits. Ross has got 4 points now in the quarter.
The defense pretty much helpless there, stopping that layup. I think too much of a mismatch in terms of height.
It's Harden with the drive. And Valanciunas with the block.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Kyle Lowry, an unrestricted free agent this offseason. Last year playing really well in a contract year. The question is, can he maintain that level of play now with this new deal?
Harden against Lowry. Harden gets to Ariza. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got his 5th rebound in this one. And Lowry, one of the more underrated players in the NBA, but he's also gotten into it with coaches in the past 2 quarters.
Yeah, you know, some locker room concerns, he can rub folks the wrong way, but I tend to always want to give the player the benefit of the doubt in this situation until you know for sure what the issues are. Nothing wrong with a little sandpaper coming from a player that's out there competing.
Offensive rebound. Here's Jones. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Excellent work on the offensive boards.
Went after that rebound hard and quickly turned it into a putback jam. Beautiful work.
And those are the types of plays that have put them in front in this game. He's killing them with his poor shooting. The defense is more than willing to give him those shots now.
Here's Ross. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful 2-hand jam, you're right.
If he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will...
And we've reached the end of the 3rd. The Rockets on top, leading by 9. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The 4th quarter is coming up next. Houston leading by 9. Lowry and DeRozan, they're the backcourt. Amir Johnson at the 4 with Valanciunas at the pivot. And it's Johnson in the small forward position. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Here's Lowry. And it's James Harden with the rebound. They get it back. Beverly dishes to Ariza. Fires from deep. Jones gets to Ariza. He feeds it to Beverly. And another shot. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup. For years, the Raptors had been a doormat for a lot of teams out west. Easy win, but last year they were one of the best teams in the East when it came to playing against the West.
James Johnson.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Houston?
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive, attacking and coming away with steals.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
Shooting for Toronto.
No slowing him down. Just incredible numbers for DeRozan. 10 points and 1 steal.
Boy, he's been so good both offensively and defensively, Clark. I'm not sure which way he's been better.
I don't think he's missed a beat at either end.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Dorsey comes in for Josh Smith. And Monteunah subbed in for Jones. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Lowry. 13 points for DeMar DeRozan.
James Harden. Assisted by
Raptors were one of just a few Eastern teams to go over 500 against the Western Conference when they went head-to-head.
Yeah, I think it had to do with the Raptors' ability to get hot. You know, when this team is hitting their shots, they can compete with anybody, and there really isn't much an opponent can do about it.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebounds.
Well, you get more rebounds, you get more possessions, more shots at the hoop, and oftentimes that decides the game.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
During that break, Dwayne Casey had some words for his team. He talked mainly about giving them a different look defensively and dropping more bodies into the paint, saying, listen, they're eating us up on the inside, and we need to do whatever it takes to stop it. Guys, back to you.
Here is Harden. Kicks it out to Ariza. Feeds it to Beverly. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And the first one at the line is good.
You know, it's been a bad day for them at the line today as a whole, and far too often, that's the case for this team.
Well, Clark, the NBA becoming more up-tempo, more wide open over the last decade or so. Last season, the league average pace was the fastest it's been in over 2 decades.
And I think fans and broadcasters enjoy seeing the guys play at that pace. You know, you go back to 2001, allowing zone defenses for the first time in the NBA. In 2003, eliminating 2 hand checks on the perimeter. Those 2 changes made a significant difference.
Raptors trailed by 9. DeRozan. And it's Dorsey with the rebound. And Harden wide open. He shoots. The Rockets with another miss.
Been a poor shooting performance for him today, but luckily for them, a lot of his teammates have come through. Great assist there. Led him to the perfect spot.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And I love how he goes with that one-hand tomahawk slam. Beautiful.
And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And that was set up brilliantly with that pass.
Tremendous presence of mind on the move that time.
Kicks it out to Ariza. Here's the screen. Pass to Beverly. Shot clock at 5. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Excellent communication between teammates on the alley-oop there.
And that's what you need to pull that off.
Well, both ends of that play, just fantastic.
Johnson can't hit.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
Yeah, not giving up too many second chance opportunities, which is always important, and it's been one of the reasons they have the lead right now.
Here's Valanciunas. Off target from outside. Lowry has the open look. And again, Toronto no luck.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Ross is checked in for James Johnson. But they'll get another chance.
He has not shot the ball well here, and I think it's time for him to start looking for his teammates a little bit.
The offensive rebound. Ross. Off with the layup.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Harden outside. So we see the Rockets get the win here. They pulled off this win, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think it was just really a nice overall effort, Kevin.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.